Here's the triple peak in back of our land, and this is our home. When I first started working with this land, the first year we got about 5 lightning strikes, all within a few hundred yards of each other at the base of the mountain. Because my guidance was telling me that this is helping clear energy up to the up to the causal level, creating rifts for energy to flow through. Physically, what starts happening is when you start moving energy, as I said, there's a relationship with water. And so it attracted that water. And what would happen is there would be energy moving, water attraction. I'd hear a lightning strike, I'd look out, it'd be a perfectly blue sky, and there'd be one little black cloud over that mountain at the base where the water had collected. The energy movement created a differential, and then there was a discharge. The discharge from the earth up into the sky. I mean, often that's the way the energy flows, and we think it's lightning coming down. But that's what started happening. I was getting a little concerned until we grounded the energy and started moving it into the earth, because some pretty big fires happened. From the top of the mountain, there's the way the 2 peaks align, and from a distance, if you can see the 3 peaks of the triple mountain here behind us, blue, and there's twin sisters, and there's Longs and Meeker up there. So that's how I'm getting the energy to flow down into the dragon's back, jump over from that leg of the mountain into this cliff, come through. There's the copper mine on this side. This side over here is where that other alignment is, that someone who was here could see the different energies coming in from different star systems in that part. And then in the middle where we start moving it into the that cave and down through the whole series of vortexes that end up coming down here at the base of our house. There's our house in relationship to the cliffs and back, and the energy or the water that's way there and back. So we just have these layers of ridges that are slowing it down, the dragon back moving up to the very top of the mountain up here. Wonderful hike all day if you want to walk up there sometime. And there you can see from the perspective of the airplane as it's moving down. And then down here we have our cliff that it jumps over to. These were the lightning strikes. The top of the mountain, my home, and we had 5 lightning strikes all right there at the base of the mountain, because the energy wants to flow just like that. Here's one I'll take you to today. It's got this old cedar tree in it. It's up this cut a little further where we were this morning talking about this. Cedar is a very, very high wood. I think you'll find in many different indigenous cultures they work with cedar because of the way it vibrates with higher dimensional energies. And this is an old cedar tree that outside of the gully it looks like it's only a few feet high, but inside the trunk's about 2 feet across. This is the base where we were this morning, where we started out. This vortex where this is the main chamber where I charge everything. After it's moved through all the other vortexes, it moves through here, and then it moves on further to the other side before it goes into the Earth grid system. Here it is in the spring when these are all waterfalls coming down through there. And your ankles would have been wet. Kind of hard to see all the lots of flowers there. I just like it in the springtime. Here it is a couple weeks ago, actually, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Those are kind of like wild delphiniums. And in the wintertime. So this is looking east down our valley in this direction, and this is the maze down here. The maze is a fun game. I put buckets of different colored crayons in there and then give kids sheets where they have circles to fill with all the different colors, and they have to run through and find the colors. So here's the mountain looking south. And here's another pyramid that's about 15 feet high that's over there on that part of our land on the other side of that hill. And here it is focused onto that fold going in. See, it's a more direct line. There's actually an entry point along this cliff over in that direction. There's some double peaks in Boulder, and it's moving it toward Pikes Peak and Pueblo, that's where the entry point is for the grid. See, here it is from a distance where you can see Blue Mountain, the double peak from this perspective going through this V and then moving on toward the mountains in this.